What up, everybody? Holy Joe Rock and Roll here, live and unscripted. It is Sunday, March 29th, 2020. Middle of the quarantine here in Poland. And I wanted to share with you those who were not on the, let's call the next step, the U.S. State Department STEP program, which is STEP, Smart Travelers Enrollment Program, which you can get to by going to step.state.gov. Step.state.gov. So if you want to sign up, that's where you would go. All right. What I want to report to you, for those that aren't part of this and don't know, if you're in Poland and you're a U.S. citizen, you want to go home, you better get your shit together quickity split, because after April 4th, there may not be any more flights leaving Poland to the United States. So what we have here from the U.S. Embassy in Poland, they're saying that those citizens who are considering returning to the United States should work with their airlines to make travel arrangements while flights are still available. And they strongly urge everybody to use the step.state.gov, sign up there so you get notifications. There's a charter flight procedure. Let me just read it for you. The U.S. mission to Poland is assisting LOT Polish Airlines with verifying eligibility for U.S. citizens and lawful permanent residents who wish to return to the United States on charter flights offered by LOT. These are not U.S. government operated or funded flights. Availability and cancellations are controlled by LOT. At this time, this is the only direct way to travel between Poland and the United States. The U.S. government is not evacuating U.S. citizens from Poland. Okay, so that's just a side note. Make that a note. You don't have to leave, but if you want to leave, this is the time. Now, the times are subject to change or cancellation, but as of this time, LOT has scheduled flights from Warsaw to Chicago on the following days: March 30th, March 31st, April 2nd, and April 4th. And it says, please note, we do not expect any additional flights after April 4th. So after April 4th, and until this quarantine is relieved, and flights are reinstituted, there probably will be no more flights for a while. I don't know what that, you can speculate on how long that's going to be, and there may be other ways to go. Maybe you can go from Poland to, I don't know, the UK, if there's flights available to the UK, and then maybe from the UK to the US. But again, almost all these flights have been cut off. So I'm just talking about from Poland, all right? One other thing is you will be screened for health in Warsaw and again in Chicago. And if you are popping up positive for a fever, you're not going to get on the flight. And the same goes, and let me just read to you what it says exactly. Warsaw Airport information. You will be screened for symptoms before being allowed to board these LOT-operated flights. Passengers exhibiting any symptoms, including fevers, may not be allowed on board. Restaurants and shops in the Warsaw Airport are closed, and food service on the flights is minimal. Please consider bringing your own snacks to the airport. So, bring your own food, people. I recommend some cabanossi and maybe some bookies, bread and butter, and some cabanossi. Keep you alive. Keep you alive. And it's ketogenic minus the bread. Butter and cabanossi keep you alive. Really good. Okay, one other thing is Chicago airport information. So these are direct flights from Warsaw to Chicago. And it says, although the situation is subject to change, we have received reports that upon arrival in Chicago, travelers are screened for symptoms. Travelers without symptoms have been able to catch connecting flights and are asked to self-quarantine at home for 14 days. Travelers with symptoms may not be permitted to board a domestic onward flight. So if you are planning to return to the United States and you're exhibiting symptoms, if you're not exhibiting symptoms in Warsaw and you get through, and then you're popping up positive or exhibiting symptoms in Warsaw, you may be stuck in Chicago. You may be stuck in Chicago. So the rest of the stuff, two other points. There's a fraud alert. If anybody calls you pretending to be from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, trying to get money from you for any reason regarding this, or saying that your visa is incomplete, ignore them and report them to the police, because it's a scam, okay? No, that's not happening, okay? It's just a scam. But it's an interesting scam, right? Call up a foreigner, say your visa's, not valid, and you need to wire money. So it's a horrible scam, but it is a scam. So be aware of that. It hasn't happened to me. I don't know. I mean, apparently it has happened, but whatever. Just be on the lookout. And finally, regarding Poland, if you stay in Poland, as of March 24th, so earlier this week, the Polish authorities announced new restrictions on public movement. Through at least April the 11th, all public gatherings, events, and reunions are banned. No gatherings of more than 2 people are allowed in public, except for family groups. For example, 2 parents and 2 children walking together would be allowed. This is funny here. Public transportation will continue to operate, but no more than half of the available seats may be taken at any given time. So, for example, if there's a bus with 70 seats, only 35 people would be allowed on the bus at the same time. And you may be fined up to 5,000 Polish zlotys for violating the restrictions on public movement and gatherings. Well, at the new exchange rate, that's like $3, so no big deal. I'm just kidding. 5,000 zlotys, that's it's $1,250 at the new exchange rate, which is now just over 4. We peaked at over 4.20. Do you know that? 4 zlotys and 20 grosz to the dollar. The dollar got really strong during the market collapse. But after the stimulus bill was passed, I think some of the fear and panic has gone out of the market, and now it's coming down. I think it was 406 the last I looked. Still, look, I mean, if you got dollars and you're in Poland, and you can exchange some money right now, would be a good time, in my opinion. All right. So anyhow, that's just an update on what's happening here in Poland. Everything else is pretty much copacetic. I mean, there's no traffic. Let's see what happens, but hopefully by April the 11th, we can start to see a end to the quarantine, and we can move about as per normal. But at least takeout restaurants are open, food delivery services are open, and looks like they're doing a pretty booming business. And all the food stores are open, and whatever else has been deemed essential. So, it's pretty decent spring weather in the positive territory, and we're going to just move ahead, move along. All right, this has been Holy Joe Rock and Roll reporting to you live and unscripted, reminding you to always make it happen for the captain, because you're the captain. Stay safe out there, people. Peace, but you rejected it and took to the streets. Russian collusion.